Git hooks are the automation mechanism built into Git. When a certain event happens, such as a commit or a push, Git will check to see if certain files exist within the .git/hooks folder. For example, if there's a file exactly named pre-commit, Git will attempt to execute any commands scripted in that file right before a commit happens. For the three GitHook specific secret scan commands in ggshield, two of these, pre-commit and pre-push, are meant to be run locally on the developer's machine. Pre-receive, on the other hand, is done on the server side. Setting this up typically requires some advanced admin access and additional environments. So we're not going to be covering that one in this video, but you can check with your preferred repo hosting platform like GitHub or GitLab for more information about how to set up pre-receive hooks. The goals of the pre-commit and pre-push hook are to stop secrets from entering the Git commit history and to prevent developers from pushing any secrets to a shared repository. You can build your own hooks manually in the .git/hooks folder. For example, if you created a new file simply called pre-commit and filled it with the two lines that are on the screen now, once that file is saved, every time you go to make a commit, Git will invoke Git Guardian to scan the changes to the repo that you're trying to commit and throw an error if any secrets are found, stopping the commit from finishing. This command of pre-commit will also return information about the secret found, including the location of the code, validity, type of secret, and some other information. GitGuardian will also provide some helpful guidance on how to remediate the situation. This messaging is completely customizable from within the GitGuardian workspace. Pre-push simply does the same scan, but just later in the process. After the commit is made, but before the code leaves the local machine, stopping commits that made it into the code but might not have been authored by the developer. This is very useful when working directly with patches. But there's no need to write a pre-commit or pre-push hook by yourself. That's where ggshield install comes in. Rather than install the tool itself, ggshield install creates the specific Git hook, either for the current repository or for all repositories on the machine. There are four options for ggshield install. The first is the mandatory mode. It's a -m or -- mode, which you'll need to specify as either local or global. Local will only modify the .git/hooks folder inside the project where you're currently working. Global will set this hook for all repos across the user's machine by modifying the .git config file in the user's home directory. -t or --hook-type will let you specify which type of hook to install, either pre-commit or pre-push. The default is pre-commit. If you want to overwrite an existing Git hook, you can do that with -f or --force, but it's way more useful to use the append option, the -a or --append, which will simply add the needed ggshield secret scan call to the end of an existing pre-commit or pre-push script.